So, ever since the days of COVID, we've done kind of a different thing when it comes to shopping. It's not that I don't like to go shopping. I do. We go shopping a lot, but now we only shop one day a week. And we try to get all the grocery shopping done just that one day. So making the list is all important. What do we need on the list is really, really essential when you go to the grocery store just one time a week. Made me think I probably need some more of this. If any of you remember my gluttony sermon, I'm still struggling with that. But anyway, as I was thinking about this and thinking about kind of the list I make of what I need and what I just essentially have to have, I remembered back to a trip that I recently made down to South Carolina. I had gone down to South Carolina to help out my dad with some couple things that were going on down there. And the day that I was supposed to leave to head back from South Carolina to Brighton, I was reading my early morning daily devotional, and in that devotional it said this. It said, looking ahead at your day today, ask God, what do I need for this day? So, I was thinking about that, and I had a couple things I had to do with my dad, and so I was thinking I really need to get through those tasks. And then I was thinking about the fact that I had to drive to the airport, and then I was flying standby, so I was thinking, I've got to really hope and pray that I get a seat on the flight and all of that. And so I thought I got to turn in the rental car. And so I was thinking, what do I need today? I need everything to go smoothly. And, it was amazing. Everything was going extremely smoothly. I mean, I got through the appointments with my dad. I got on the road. I drove to the airport, didn't have any glitches there, turned in the rental car, get through security, all that. And then I go to my gate and I noticed it didn't say Detroit on the gate. It said Atlanta and it said delayed. And then I looked at the board and I realized, oh, we're delayed. We're not delayed an hour. We're delayed 5 hours. And then it became 6 hours and then 7 hours. And I was a little bit panicked because I had to be home. It was a Saturday and I had to get home for church. And so I thought to myself, when I started the day, what I thought I needed, everything to go smoothly, was not everything that I needed, because the other thing I really needed was patience. Now, you never pray for patience. And some of you may remember the devotional I did a while back on patience. You just don't pray for patience because God doesn't give you patience. He teaches you patience. And so maybe this was God's little way of reminding me, well, you did a devotional on patience, so we're going to teach you this, son. Anyway, this whole idea of need has really been sticking with me. And I think about this idea that oftentimes when I start the day, as that devotional said, when you start the day, I imagine what I need to get me through the day, but then oftentimes stuff happens in your day that changes what you really need. And so sometimes what you think you need is not what's absolutely demanded of you at that moment. And what you truly need is something well beyond what you can ever imagine. So I was relating that to a passage of scripture that is very commonly read during this season, the Lenten season. And it's right around the time that Jesus, just between the time that Jesus had dinner with his disciples, the Last Supper, and the time that he's arrested. And to those of you who know the story, you know what happened in between that time that he was with his disciples and the time of his arrest. Jesus went to the garden. He goes to the Garden of Gethsemane and he wants his disciples to be with him and pray with him. But listen to what Jesus says he needs. So Jesus went out. This is Luke chapter 22, beginning at verse 39. Jesus came out and went, as was his custom, to the Mount of Olives, and the disciples followed him. Then he reached the place, and he said to them, "Pray that you may not come into a time of trial." Then he withdrew from them a stone's throw away, knelt down and prayed, "Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. yet not my will, but yours be done. Father, if you are willing, remove this cup from me. You know, he had just been with his disciples and he had shared that cup, and he said, this cup is the new covenant in my blood, which has been given for you. And now he's saying, take this cup away from me. But here's the thing, what does Jesus really need in this moment? You know, every time I read this, I think that Jesus needs this cup to be taken away from him. But you know, I took a deeper look at it and I realized that that wasn't what he needed. What Jesus needed was he needed to know that whatever happened in the midst of all of this was the will of God. Take this cup from me, but your will be done. Jesus understood that what he felt he needed in that moment may not have been what was actually needed. And what was actually needed went well beyond what perhaps Jesus was even ready to go through. But because Jesus was committed to what was really needed, and that was doing the will of God, after this moment, he's able to come back and he's able to say, okay, let it be as it will be. I don't know. I think about these shopping lists and the things that I think I need. I think about all the things that I wake up thinking I need for the day. And then I realize perhaps what I really need is I just need to know that God is with me on this journey, and that the things that happen to me are things that will happen to me knowing that God is not going to abandon me. And then in reality, maybe it's not what I need, but it's what God truly knows I need and God needs. So think about maybe the next time you're writing your shopping list or you get up in the morning and think through, gosh, what do I just need today? Maybe add that little prayer, but Lord, not my will, but yours be done.